wondering what's better, pinpoint or platform serving, and so I did a montage about serving. Pinpoint serving is when your feet come together as you jump into the ball, and platform serving is when you keep your feet apart. I like to watch girls serve because if a girl has a really strong serve, she's normally technically sound. A guy can have a really strong serve and not be technically sound. You'll notice patterns once you start watching them serve. I started to wonder about like when they toss the ball, when does the racket come back, how much do they load, there. And I have some slow-mo clips too. High tosses and how far into the court they land, but he is serving and volleying, so it does make a difference. To me, serving is also about your body type, how tall you are. Because I'm not very tall, so I in my brain I have to jump really high because I want to maximize my serve and try to hit it as flat as possible. If you're short, you have to hit up and over the net. And regardless of your body type, it seems like there's some fundamentals, like your toss. Here's a load phase. Then you explode into the serve, and look how far in the court he lands. Left foot lands in front. They call that the hurdler. There'll be more in-depth analysis after we watch all the different ones. Here's our first platform serve. Feet apart. Land with your left leg in, back leg comes up. Look at that load. Keys are all the same. You toss the ball, get the racket set. Knee bend. Show your back to your opponent. Come into the court. Very tall. Amazingly big serve. But he is almost 2 meters tall. He's almost 6'8", 6'9". How much they load and how far into the court they get. Really extended serving ritual. Johnny Mac formation, back leg parallel or behind your lower leg. Pinpoint. Now my issue with platform is my front leg would cramp, and so I switched to pinpoint, so I push off with both legs. You come in, you push off with both legs right there. Now the pinpoint, toss early with no racket prep. You want to bring your body, your back leg to your front foot and have that forward momentum of your weight coming forward. There. She holds this serve forever, like this positioning. Doesn't really turn her back to her opponent, but she gets a good lean into the court. And lands with the left leg, great rotation of the shoulders. They throw the ball, then they coil their arm and compress into the shot. That seems to be a common denominator so far. There. Come into the court. Really high toss. He'll bring the back leg to the front leg and really move into the court. There's a load of the racket. Gets lean into the court, both legs are together. He'll push off with both legs up and into the court, and watch his rotation of his shoulders. It's really explosive. You can see the power coming. The pinpoint serve moved in after the toss. And I was like, do I do that? And I guess I do. You have to bring your momentum forward. There's no jump on this serve. This one's interesting because he brings his back foot in front of the plant foot. What that does is really activates your hips. Watch that back foot. See how it's like there? I don't like to do that because you might foot fault. But look at the rotation the hips can do. Really allows you to really rotate your hips. But you might foot fault. I like to bring my back foot to my front foot where my front foot doesn't move. I don't move that front foot, and I think a lot of these servers don't move that front foot because that's your pivot point of your serve. Notice the front foot. See, it doesn't move. That's where all your body weight transfers over. Watch front foot again. Same rules, right? Toss, compresses. He's loading right here. Notice the hips and shoulders are in line. He's going to rotate his shoulders as he comes to his shot. And he's going to bring that racket head down behind his head. There. Really quick motion. But copying the pros is difficult because the pros are extremely talented. So you got to see what you can do and what your body will allow you to do. He's got great compression. There's a toss. He brings the racket up. Gets down with his knees. He's loading here to explode. Like leaning against a wall. He's got really good knee compression and he gets a big explosion up into the serve. The higher you jump into your serve and the more you get into the court, the faster you serve. It allows you to maximize your power because the idea is you want to hit straight down. But you're actually hitting out and into the court. Leaping up. And then the land in the court. He lands really far into the court. That's really far into the court, especially if you're baseline. You want full speed because then you hear the impact. The sound is beautiful. One flaw though is you land so far in the court, you're not ready for deep ball return. Now we'll look at the platform serve with both feet apart. And the servers, I mean, it's just a matter of your arm ability, I guess, to how fast you can serve. He's more of a baseliner, and so his serve's not a big part of his game, but he has a pretty decent serve. Gets down really low, both feet apart. He'll spring up, and as he springs up and rotates right here, his feet do come together, but they're not pinpoint. Left arm tucks in, lands in the court, left leg. Back foot comes up, they call it the hurdler right there. Still commonalities with the pinpoint. Feet apart. As you toss, you bring the racket up. You're going to load right here, get down. I don't load anymore. I need to start loading again with my knees. Arch of the back. That deep load. Then compress up into the court. I think it's harder to bring your body weight forward. But when I used to pinpoint, I used to feel like I'm falling into the court. And there's the push off. And he's flowing himself, forcing himself into the court right there. And he lands slightly in, and he's ready for the next shot. You don't want to land too far in, because if you're a baseliner, you have to back, for every step in, you have to step back behind the baseline to get ready for the next shot. He lands slightly in, but then he's gets back quickly for the next shot. Same thing, platform. Toss and get deep bend. Watch your shoulder rotation and the hips. I like to think you bring the hips in first and then you uncoil the rest of your body. This is a kick serve. And he's actually serving in volley. He lands a bit in and he's actually serving in volley. I would think you want to land farther in to get more close to the court. For me, this is a good reminder to have a deep knee bend and land inside the court for my serve to maximize my power. Serving for the ad side, slight difference because you turn your shoulders a little bit more. Notice the back rotation really shows his back to his opponent. When you watch a girl serve, she didn't do that. Doesn't rotate as much as he does. Gets down deep, throws his body at the court. Someone always told me if it's serving wide, throw your body wide. So the difference between the platform serve and the pinpoint serve is very nominal. I think you end up, it's the same toss and load as the pinpoint. You end up a bit in, just like the pinpoint. There, push in. This is a massive serve, but he's massively tall. I always think height is a factor in serving too. You load right there with the knee bend. Get the ball up there so you can reach up with your arm fully extended. Pop up, smack it, and fall onto the court. He's serving and volleying. He doesn't take much of a big step into the court though. Another 2-meter tall guy. Platform and push in. Look how far in he gets though. This is the problem I used to have. I used to push off with that front leg and my quadricep would get cramps. But you know, when we were kids, we used to have to play 3 or 4 matches a day back in the day. Deep toss, deep bend, really big back turn. I don't like the back turn because I don't like to torque my back and rotate around and up and in. That's how I hurt my back. So I like to have the player not arch the back that much. Got a great jump into the ball and a huge leap into the court. Really maximizing. Notice the left arm tucks into your chest so you can rotate the right arm around the racket. Height and in adds a lot to your serve because one step closer to the court is like hitting your ball 30 miles an hour faster because you're closer to the court. Jumping up allows you to hit the ball flatter down and in. Hit the push off. Same rules apply. Notice the toss above his head. Is he loading? Pinpoint. Watch his hips and shoulders rotate into the ball. That's the biggest key right there. Watch your hips and shoulders. There. Come around and in. You don't land too far in. This is interesting because he has a back leg next to him. But watch the rotation of his shoulders. Still lean to the court kind of like Johnny Mack. I don't like this one because then you have to rotate your hips and shoulders a lot. And the timing is very tricky. And it's hard for a player to push your body weight into the court. Look at the rotation. So if you can rotate and land face forward, you're fine. And land with left leg in. But a lot for when you stand with that kind of like your back at the court with your back leg behind you next to your leg, you have to bring that leg all the way around. You have to rotate all the way around. And I think it's become bad for your back. I'm really sensitive to back issues now. There are a lot of ways to serve. The keys are to have good load, grab racket acceleration, land the court. Doesn't seem to be a difference between pinpoint or platform. It's really up to you. The pinpoint takes a little bit of time because you have to get your feet coming forward and in. Then you have to throw it into the court with both legs. I like the pinpoint because I'm serving volleyer. I push off with both legs. It reminds me to push off both legs. When I serve platform, I push off one leg. So it's really up to you. But I thought this was an interesting comparison of all the different serves. Work on your serve. It's the first shot in the match.
He's actually pretty big for Asian guy. It's like 6 feet. Taiwanese at 6 feet maybe.